an STOP. Came to make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully. Put in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Kansas City Chiefs. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too. Officially
nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 22 yards there, a 1st down. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Chiefs at 4-7 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
On play action, it's Mahomes. That's complete to John Ross. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves its sticks. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Mahomes now to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And Mahomes going to keep it himself. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, 29 yards. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their 25-yard line. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going up top. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run once more with Taylor. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Mahomes firing complete, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Running game working, they'll stick. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. We figured they'd come out with intensity and aggressiveness on the defensive side of the ball, and they have an early turnover to show for it.
They lived up to their reputation. That's who they are. They want to attack on every play, even though they're playing defense. And you're exactly right. Force the early turnover, and now they'll try to attack again and again throughout the game.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Back to throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had the play diagnosed perfectly there.
He rifles one that's intercepted. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. That one's on the former Patriot, Joe Thuney. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Falcons grab it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on him. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
2nd quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready, set. Strike. Check, strike.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Looking to throw. Going for the deep ball. And this is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Throwing left side, it's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going. And really, the offensive line not helping him much. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Mahomes. Got a man open, it's Ross. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, or probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Edwards-Helaire. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Throw left side, taken in by Mims. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Butker's kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Go now.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. They find some open field here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, yeah. Backside guys,
nah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
He tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. A give for Taylor running right side. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
2nd and long. It's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll find his way down right around the 12.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, convert.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat gon' have no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Pitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold 1 million records yet. Used to be on my checklist, big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog so the day that you finally pop off, you'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I'll give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. Run it up.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Kansas City Chiefs. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Right to the air is Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Chiefs at 4-7 now on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time.
And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant.
And the Falcons are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
10 seconds.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 33. On the counter, it's Taylor. And some room to maneuver. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And it's a fumble. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And it'll be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 15.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
And complete to Drake London. Finding space at the 40.
He's at the 50. The 30. 10. 5. Touchdown, Falcons.
Drake London.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Falcons are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
It was 3rd and medium. They popped the short pass, looking to pick up the first, accomplish that mission, and then they accomplished a lot more on that mission all the way for the score.
Let me focus in on one word you used, pop, right? They popped the short pass, and then what happened after that? They popped the big run. Because now, once he caught it, didn't have anyone else in the vicinity to bring him down, and he takes off, and he kept going. Nice gutsy call, even better execution.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that Plague did on the last one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Finding room at midfield.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just have receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
Second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Chiefs are back within a score. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end and those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Come on, set. Cluster, sit.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. It's a big play there for Atlanta. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Flush to his right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
Taylor will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd.
Let's go.
This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. Here's Taylor again. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Yellow.
first and 10. It's Edwards-Helaire with it. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10, right at the 40. They'll go option to the short side. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
From the 35 on second down, Mahomes. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Off the option, here's Taylor.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Third down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights? That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on it. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This offense on third down today, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Try to lay one up deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That might be the third down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change the...
And now the rookie's free.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them, because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running, trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Right back to him on first down. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Malik McDowell busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get... Here as the ball will come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
115 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And the Falcons first down.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Second and 6 from the 10.
And this is Shepard on the jet sweep. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Touchdown, Falcons!
Tyquan Thornton.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The Chiefs take it over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Going deep downfield for Ross. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing now is Mahomes. Touchdown! A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
38. Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Here we go.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Ross on the return. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow, knocked him for a loss.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Shreds him with his... And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
with career touchdown number 75.
And the Falcons take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw here. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be Falcon football.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're just looking for more of the same. Great first half so far. Good second half. And sometimes, I guess, maybe, Charles, these coaches, they don't have to tell these guys much when they're rolling like they're rolling right now.
You're exactly right. I've heard stories of some of the best coaches in our time or any time having grabbed their staffs at halftime and said, guys, they're playing really well. Don't go in there and give them a whole lot of stuff. Just pat them on the back. And essentially the speech at halftime is, let's go, guys. And that's it.
Yeah, no one's upset the apple cart so far. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Okay,
so the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6. Going for it all. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now they got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Koo knocks this one through the post. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
And the Falcons will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception. They've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. He'll look to throw.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
He's going to look deep down the field. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 54 yards. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Ready.
They'll look to run with Taylor.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. We have played 3 quarters. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Now back to throw.
That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown.
A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers you would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The offense on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th.
A gain of 11 yards. It's 4th down.
Fight, 60.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Field, black. Ready.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now here's a throw right side, and I think the ball's out. And the Falcons grab it. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 32. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
1st down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the Chiefs' 31-yard line.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's got a man. It's his fullback.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. It just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Koo knocks this one through the post,
and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here we go, set.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Ready, set.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Come on, set.
And they take a knee. Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Now here's Ross. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And they will take a knee here. So time